All right, man. We are here with the first How to Edit a Mugen Character series of episode 1. As y'all do know, I want to make a few disclaimers before we get into this. I have done this before, but I want to do a more in-depth version, as well as completely finish a character, do an entire series, man. Shout out to my boy Eon, because this would never happen if it wasn't for him. He wanted these to be made, so we're going to be starting off. Today, I am going to be using a character known as Aang, but you guys can use anybody you want. I would recommend that you guys get Fighter Factory Studio. That's the one I have, but you feel me, look it up on YouTube, how to get Fighter Factory, and that's how you will find out how to do it. As y'all heard, I'm going to be using Aang today. He's going to be my test subject, so we're going to get right into editing him, man. I'm excited because shout out to the original author, Kimse. I don't know how to say his name for sure, but shout out to you because it's never be possible without him. But yeah, we're going to be editing this character, making him very strong. If you guys don't know my tournament videos and my regular videos, then you know that I have very strong characters in my tournament. So that's kind of what we're aiming here for. So like I said, this is completely new to me. So take your time with me, you guys. I'm going to try to be as in-depth as possible. The first thing I do when I first come into a character, you guys can see that there's different places for everything. You know, this is basically all of his states, all of his attacks, all of his specials. They're all in the CNS. Common one means like basically just common things like walking, standing, getting hit, all these different things. AI is basically IA is basically the AI. You know, what is he gonna do if the computer's playing? And then Avatar CNS, this is different. This isn't gonna be on everybody's character. Everybody's gonna look different up top, but basically you're gonna want to be in AI a lot. But like I said, the first thing I do is go to data. I'm gonna change his life to 2000 because my characters on my roster have an average of 2000 HP. Like that's the lowest you're probably gonna get. And I'll probably go 120 attack, 120 defense. Not too high, not too low. Just leave them a little bit in the middle. And also, when I work on characters, I scale them to other characters. So I make them fight against other characters to see if they're pretty good. I'm gonna scale him to Darth Vader. So I'm gonna go open up Darth Vader real quick. 1 second, y'all. All right, Darth Vader is now open. As y'all see, man, his looks a little different. We have CNS, common, IA, extras. Extras is basically just extra moves that I added. This is all stuff that I added on Darth Vader. But yeah, like I said, this is a lot of Darth Vader is extremely strong. Like, let me show you guys a quick example. If they were to fight right now, Darth Vader would probably beat Aang down. I mean, like, it wouldn't even be close. So that's like, you know, like I said, we're gonna see a lot of that before we actually make him good. Right now, this is Darth Vader, somebody that I made already, and then he's fighting against an unedited Aang. He's gonna beat him down bad, like really bad. Yep, just beating him down, just comboing him up. We want Aang to be able to combo. We want Aang to be able to go into mode. Like, we want him like Darth Vader, you know, a smart character who can combo, use mode. He's, you know, he's just using many different attacks, and he's bullying Aang right now. Aang has literally no chance. I can even speed the match up. If y'all want to know how to speed up characters, it's Control S, and that speeds up the whole match. So yeah, I can speed it up, and he's still just getting destroyed. It's not really a close match at all. And this is a good Aang. See, he's going into Avatar state now, but this is a good Aang, and he literally just got destroyed. It wasn't even close of a match at all. This is kind of, I just want to show you how the character is in the beginning, and then you guys will see how the character is at the end. So like I said, that's just the beginning statement. We gave him his HP. The next thing I want to add to Aang is, you guys will see me going inside of the character a lot. Also, if you guys want to test your character while editing them, you guys are going to go to the settings tab right here. Go to, what is it, Mugen Text, and then click add. Once you click add, you just need to name it Mugen Test. And then where it says the 3 dots executable, you guys are going to want to go to wherever your Mugen is on your PC, wherever it's at. Mine's on my desktop, so I got to find my desktop. Boom. And then see, mine says Mugen. This is my Aikman roster, but yeah, there's literally, this is my Mugen right here, my Mugen. And then you would click this right here, and then you would click OK. Basically, literally, that's just how you do it. If you want it to be player 1 against player 2, you guys would do the same thing that you guys just did, but you would change this right here and put 0% and then put 1%, exactly like this. You don't have to change anything. Now I have something called Mugen Test. I'm going to show you guys me use it real quick. Watch, I'm going to click close. After you have to click apply and then close. But next up, you guys are going to want to go to, you guys are going to want to click Control and R at the same time, or you can just come up here and click this. Or not, is it this? Oh, no. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, so it's not that. I was about to say, I know there's a certain way you can click it, but you guys could just click Project and click Run an Engine, and then you guys can go to the new one you made, which I named it Mugen Test. Start it up, and it should start. Sometimes it'll crash. It'll tell you why it crashes. I don't think Darth Vader can be ran in a 1v1 like this, but he might be able to. We'll see. Yeah, see, it does work. Okay, so now we know it works. And that's this. I'm gonna be doing this a lot because, like I said, I like to test my characters as I do edits. So let's open this up, let it load for a second. The next thing I want to change, like I said, there's gonna be a lot of videos, a lot of parts to this. Probably gonna be like a 5 to 10 part series. But the next thing I want to change is I'm gonna teach you guys how to do this. You guys can click Control D. Control D pops up what state they're in at the bottom left. If you click it again, it shows player 2, which is him, and then it will just show whatever else is on the field. So you guys want to start with player 1, which is Aang. Now that you guys can see what he's doing, when I walk forward, you see it's 20, state number 20 is basically him walking. So now if I wanted to go find that, I will go to common, see it right here. 20 is him walking. See, it makes sense, easy to find stuff. Just like if I want to see him running is 100. So we would go here, look for 100. I don't see 100, and some things are kind of hard to find, like this is 100 right here, but some of them are kind of hard to find. So you guys can hit Control F, F as in Fox, and you will get a search bar, right? And you guys can type in state def 100, because that's what they're called. They're called state defs. So you type in state def 100, and then it would find it. We'll run forward. So anything I want to find, it'll be there. And the next thing I'm going to do, though, is make him run a little bit quicker, because his running and his walking is a little bit too slow for me. So I'm going to make both of them faster. First, we'll start with the walk, which is 20. So we'll look up, let me look it up real quick just so you guys can get used to looking stuff up. State def 20, enter. They take me to it, and then I scroll down. When you're trying to find out how to make stuff faster, you guys can go to the CNS and then go to velocity, which basically means movement, and it will tell you the walk forward speed and the run speed. So the walk forward speed is 3.7. Just basically, you don't really need to know exactly what that means, just as how fast he walks. You guys can double it. I'm gonna put 6. So I want him to walk 2 times as fast, walk backwards 2 times as fast. So it's -6. And then run forward is 8.5, which is 2 different variables. I usually don't see stuff like this, but basically what you'd want to do is you guys can, I would just change the first number. I'll change the second number afterwards, but, or I might just change the whole, I might just double both of them. So it's 8, so I'll put 16 and then 10. If it's just one number, you guys just have to change the one number. I got a weird one, but we're going to do 10 and then -16. So now he should be much faster. I'm going to restart my Mugen real quick. You guys can't just keep Mugen open. You have to close it to restart and reload what you're getting. So let's reload it real quick and see if I'm any quicker. And yeah, like I said, I'm always learning, you guys. You guys know I do have a Mugen Notes tab where I put all my notes and stuff. I'm going to go into this later, but I'm probably going to make a Mugen series notepad and just fill it up as while I make this series, just so y'all have the same one as me. You know, I might make a new one real quick. Then yeah, I'll probably name this the video one. But look, now he walks faster and he runs way faster. Let me show you the run. Run up on the opponent super fast. That's kind of what I want. I don't want him taking long to get to his opponent, because you never know when you need to, you know, you're gonna have to battle. Yep, he's gonna be nice. Yeah, Aang is gonna be nice. But all right, next up is power add. Y'all see that Mugen characters charge and they need power to get special attacks off. But in my Mugen, I use automatic power charge, so they don't have to do it. So I would click enter a few times to make some space for you. You guys want to put all your code in the AI CNS, and then you would scroll down over here. You guys can look up for something called power add. Once you add it, now we actually have to set it up and set up what it does. So like I said, this is going to be automatic power like power coming into your character. This is my Mugen Notes pad. So every time I make a code, I put it in here, how to make a character get auto meter. So the first thing we want to do is put trigger 1. Trigger 1 means that it's always active. It's all trigger basically means like I said, what is making it happen. 1 means it's just happening all the time. There's no reason for it to happen. It's always going to be happening. The next up is the value. How much are we going to be meter are we going to be given? I'm putting 3 because 3 is pretty fast. You guys can put lower and you'll see how fast it goes up. And the last thing you guys are going to need is persistent. Persistent basically means like it's always happening and like it's continuously going. I'm gonna put it at 10, so it's like not too fast but not too slow. And then we're going to go in game and see how fast that is. Like I said, you could change the value down if you want to make it slower or faster. This is the first thing that we created. We're going to label it automatic meter charge. And then, by the way, you guys, if you guys want to do this, basically what I just did, you just have to put this little colon and dash. It's right next to the L key on your keyboard. You just click it. And then after that, you can type stuff after any letter and it won't affect your code. If you don't put that and you try to type after something, it'll give you this. The red line means it's an error. So never do that. You always got to put this little, whatever this is. I don't know, apostrophe or whatever. I don't know. But like I said, we're going to start the matchup. His meter should be going up pretty fast. Like it should literally go up automatically. So we don't have to, so the character doesn't have to charge up. See, the character doesn't have to charge. The meter's automatically going. And it's just mad. It's really useful because in high like intensity fights, you don't really have time to charge up, especially in my tournament. If y'all watch my videos, then y'all know you don't really have time to charge up. But all right, the next thing we're gonna do for my boy Aang, we already got a little bit of charge up. Now we're gonna start working on his AI. We want to make his AI smarter, so we're gonna start looking through his AI to find out where it's at. Okay, this is it right here. So this is his run state. Basically, how I found this out is because remember, we already found out the state def for running is 100. So I looked for it in the AI now, because look, in here, it's state def 100. So we have to find where 100 is in the AI. So I would click Control F and search until I found it. I will, then you see value equals 100. You just look up the value, and that's basically, this is the AI telling the character to run. So he's not running a lot. Why is he not running a lot, right? So basically, like I said, y'all know the triggers are happening. Trigger equals random AI. So he's randomly doing it. If player 2's distance is greater than -15, which is literally if he's greater than right in front of you, basically. So he'll run to you. If he's not right in front of you, he's gonna run to you. So I guess that's kind of, you know, that's not bad, but the code isn't doing it. So we gotta make him do it more often. I have my own run code that I use very often. I'm gonna show you guys real quick, and then you guys can add it to your notes as well. You guys can pause the video, copy it bar for bar if you guys want a run code that works pretty well. But this is my run code, my personal one that I use on all my characters. I would highlight this and replace the run code. And you guys see value equals 100. The AI level is 300, so he's gonna prioritize running heavily. Like he's always gonna want to get close to you. And this will only trigger if X, this is player 2 body distance X. That means player 2, whoever he's going against, X is, you know, horizontal and greater than 40. 40 is basically like 3 or 4 steps in front of you. So if he's farther than 3 or 4 steps, Aang is always gonna run at you. That's the most simple way I can make it to explain it to you guys. Hopefully you understood that. But let's get into the character now, and start it up. Like I said, he should have run at the opponent now. He should be, but yeah, sometimes you get this. You see how the character's like stuck, he's like kind of braking. He won't, like that little white light means he's running, but it won't activate for some reason. He's kind of glitching out while doing it. So we got to find out why is 100 glitching out like that, right? So animation equals 100, play sound. Let me make sure I can get this fixed real quick on my own. All right, so what I did a little bit of a cut from just 2 seconds ago when you guys are watching. What I ended up doing, because the run for some reason acted a little bit weird, as I just made an entirely new change state for it. I'll show you guys how I did it and explain what each thing means. But 1 second, let me trigger position set. Position set, this right here just makes sure that anytime he runs, he will be set to the ground, so he won't be in the air running. I say that you guys should add this to your code in terms of running and punching, but that's up to you guys. But yeah, like I said, what I did change is this right here. I changed his change state. I made it so his trigger 1 is anim time equals 0. That means he won't stop running until his animation is done, and time is greater than 300. I only added this because he just kept running for some reason. He wouldn't stop running, but you don't need to add that. Trigger all means random AI level. That means he'll randomly stop running sometimes. And then trigger 2 is if his player 2's body distance X is less than 60. Remember, I already taught you guys what this means. This basically means he will stop if player 2 is in front of him. Basically, like I said, this character will be available in the comment sections of the video. So you guys should be able to get it. Every video I'll update the link. But yeah, so this will be down below in the first video. And like I said, I'll have just triggers. I'll have these things so you guys can read them basically on a lot of different things. Like just, you know, like I said, let me put it here. This will stop. He will stop if the animation time is finished. So he won't stop. If I misspell some of this stuff, do not blame me. I'm not good with a keyboard at all. I really am not, but yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. He'll only stop if the animation is done. That basically means he'll run up to the opponent and then he'll stop. One thing that I always do when I'm doing the AI of a character is I delete the entire AI of whoever made the character before. So I would just get rid of all of this. You guys can keep it if you want to, because I know that some of you guys are just trying to make characters a little bit better or whatever. I'm gonna delete this because, like I said, this is how to edit a Mugen character. I'm not gonna just try to work off of what somebody else has done because every character is different. This is the only way to make sure every character will end up the way you want it to, is just to delete whoever made the character, whatever he had in the AI is not needed. So basically you just want to delete whatever, all the change states. You don't want to touch none of the mole sets or the var sets, none of this stuff down here. You want to touch helpers. Just read the type, guys. I'm telling you guys, read the type. You scroll down till you see change states. Once you see change states, that means you guys have hit the AI, which is right here. I even labeled it. I put AI starts here. You guys can also do that if you guys want. It's easier to remember. I put a few lines here and then put AI starts here. This is the stuff that I just added. I'm gonna get rid of this because I didn't make this guard right here. Whatever this is, I didn't add this. But I don't need to get rid of the assert special. I'm just gonna get rid of the actual AI for blocking because he doesn't need to be blocking until I want him to block. And then all this right here, I'm gonna delete because I'm gonna redo this over the course of creating the character. So this is all just a whole bunch of code because the creator, you know, like I said, he had a lot of different moves, different things he was doing. I'm gonna delete all of this code, and now it is a fresh character. When I start the match, he should have run at his opponent because that's the only thing the AI knows how to do is run at the opponent. Everything else I deleted, you know what I mean? So he should be running at the opponent, and he is running at the opponent. Perfect. So now we know he's running at the opponent. The AI is doing what I want it to do. So now we have to continue on from there. Like, we want him getting close to his opponent. We don't want him dumb standing around. We want him on his opponent, trying to chase him down, put in work against his opponent, right? So that's basically what I wanted. The next thing we're going to add is a punch code. We want him to punch. So the next thing I'm going to add is a punch code. This is the punch code that I use a lot. Like I said, you guys can pause the video, copy it. I'm going to label each thing what it means so you guys can read it. Run code running at the opponent. All right, boom. This is the run code. This means running at the opponent. I'm going to make a little space here just so you guys have a little bit of space to read it. And then this right here is punch code. I mean, this is him punching the opponent. Punch code at the opponent. Let me get rid of this and boom. Yeah, so this is basically him punching the opponent. 200 is his punch state. If you guys want to know how I found this out, let's go in game real quick and you guys can test it with your keyboard or controller. Whatever your A, B, or C is exactly what it's going to be in here. You guys have to test that on your own. But one way you guys can get around this, if you click control and then the squiggly line on your keyboard underneath the escape button in the top left of your keyboard, it will give you this. And you guys can type in change state 1 200. And whenever you type in after 1 basically means the player, which player you're talking about. So if I put in 2, it will go to this character, 200. I'll make him move. So I can go to change state 1 and then put 100 or 200 and it'll make him punch. Basically, that's how you guys will find out what all this means. So you guys see, let's say, for example, A1 is the punch. 201 is A2 is the second punch. You guys see it says 2. So let's find out what that means. 201. Okay, so it's kind of like a fire punch, kind of cool. 202, let's try that out. 203, feel me? I could try out every single one and find out what they all do. If I want to see, this one says transformation, 800, which we're going to be working on probably in the next video. So let's see what 800 does. 800 puts me in a little mode animation, which I will be using, and puts him in the avatar state. So this is what we're going to need this later on. But right now we don't need it. So yeah, the avatar state looks tough though, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, so one thing I am already starting to notice a little bit is the avatar state has different variables. Like, he does different things than the original state. So one thing you guys are gonna want to do too to check is you guys always want to check the VARs, because the VARs are different things. Basically, a VAR indicates what mode you're in. So it's the easy way. It says turn transformations, turn Super Saiyan 1. It sets your VAR 2 equals to 2. So that's very hard to understand, right? Let me explain it a little slower, right? So whenever he goes into the avatar state, his VAR changes to 2. It's usually at 0, but it changes to 2 when he's in the avatar state. So let me go up here. So I only want him running at his opponent. Trigger. All you guys know, trigger means Like, how is it happening? How is it triggering? var 2. Whoever decided they just wanted it to be 2 equals 0. So look, whenever var 2 equals 0, this is basically just a number. Whatever number they want is this indicator. Whatever var they want to equal 0 is basically kind of like your base. You know what I mean? That's your base. And then I only want him running at the opponent in base. So boom, when he transforms, it'll be different. But right now I'm going to put this on every single one of everything I do in the AI should have this on it, because I'm only doing the AI for base right now. So 2 equals 0. Like I said, the only way you guys can find this out is if you scroll down to the bottom and check your vars, or you guys can go into the fighting, this right here. This is your commands for when the AI is off. And then you see it's right here. This is all base stuff. And then his mode is these ones, 2 equals 2. Like I said, you guys can check it in there or check it in your AI. But like I said, I added a punch state. So now he should only punch players when player 2 body distance is less than 30. So when people get in front of him, he should punch. If I put greater than 30, that means he'll punch from far away. So that'll be for range moves. Player 2 state type isn't laying down. Exclamation marks and Mugen mean isn't or not. So he's only going to punch if the player 2 isn't laying down. And he's only going to punch if state type isn't equal to the air. So that means he's not in the air. So like I said, easy stuff to remember. I'll label it for you guys as well. So 1 second, let me label them. And one thing I want to say, if you guys made it this far in the video, make sure to drop a like. It helps me keep this series going. But as I always say, I'm always in the Discord, man. Some of this stuff is going to be confusing no matter what. I even get confused in coding nowadays sometimes. So what I tell you guys to do is join the Discord down below. I'm always in a VC. I'm going to show you guys. Like, I'm always in this VC right here. It's called Watch No Talk VC. This is where I edit characters every single night. I work on characters. You guys can join, type in the chat, talk to me, ask questions. I will have the link for the Discord at all times. I even have my own recording VC, so I'm always in VC. I'm telling you guys. You guys can join up, just come talk to me, be like, yo, how do I do this? How do I do that? I'm trying to make a character. Or you guys can just watch me make characters. If y'all are not confident in yourself after these videos, y'all can watch me make characters and use these videos as guides. But that's basically, I just wanted to say that real quick. You guys see I have a punch state. Sometimes this isn't enough though. Sometimes I like to copy this and put it in the run state. This is one thing you guys can do to make the AI even better. So this is his run state. Remember, we already explained this at the beginning of the video. We're going to go to the end of his running state and paste this inside of it. So he's going to prioritize running up to an opponent and then punching them. We're going to get rid of some of these states. We're going to get rid of player 2 laying down. We're going to get rid of in the air. We're going to get rid of, yeah, this is, and we're going to get rid of the AI level thing, right? We're going to just put this code by itself. We just want him, if he's going to run up to you, I want him always to stop if player 2 is in front of him. So every time he runs in front of an opponent, he should always punch them. He should not wait. He should not stop, crouch, whatever. Sometimes they like to jump. I don't want him doing any of that. I want him to running up to you and punch you. Yep, perfect. He's running up to you and he's punching you. This time he popped a little bit of a special, which is, you know, I was a little, that happens sometimes. But yeah, he's going to run up to you and punch you. But he's not hitting his punches. So now this is the first time we're going to click up here. This is basically your animations. We're going to type in 200 because that's the punch animation. You guys already know. If you want to check your animation, look for 200. You guys can scroll or you can search it. I found it already. And then go to anim. It says animation 200. So now we're going to go find it, which is right here. And it's kind of cool. We're going to make it a little bit quicker. So we're going to turn down the animation the time on it. And then we're going to make this hitbox a little bigger because as y'all know, in OP characters, your hitboxes are a little better than that. That's like horrible. So we're going to make this hitbox extend a little bit. And like I said, if you're playing with regular characters, you wouldn't do this. But like I said, this is a OP character. We want them to land their punches. It's not super big. It looks bigger in animations, but like I said, it's meant to be decent. So watch, we're going to go back in game now. We're going to go to the hitbox. This is the hitbox. Hit defs mean hitboxes. So I'm gonna put hitbox. This is the hitbox for that animation. So this red box is that right there. This is the code for that red box. You see it says 21 damage. That's how much damage the move is doing. It's pausing you for 10 seconds and the person you hit for 10 seconds. The comma means the person you, and the left is always you, right is the person you're hitting. So yeah, so we want them to pause the person we're hitting a little longer than us. That makes no sense. And then ground velocity means if they go backwards or come forward. This -2 means that when we punch them, they will slide, they will fall backwards a little bit. I want them to come to us if we hit them. Like I want it to bring us closer. So let me show you guys real quick. I'm gonna change it to 5 instead of -2. So we made it higher. Higher means when I punch you, you're gonna come towards me. So let's do it. And you guys see now he's actually running up and landing his punches. We already made a nice little step in progress. I could punch from right here, and you see it. I hit, and it brings him towards me. So everything I just said worked. Everything I wanted to explain to you guys worked. Like I said, run up at him, punch him, and then we can start combos. Like I said, he doesn't have combos yet, but he will. I already added power add. I taught y'all guys how to run out opponents, how to punch them. That is part 1, man. We're going to be doing a lot of combo strings, a lot of stuff to make this character really, really good. I did a lot of explaining in today's episode, man, just because I want y'all to really understand what I'm talking about. Power add, punching, how to make your AI a little bit smarter and punching opponents. I'm trying to decide how much combos. I guess I could do a little bit of combos in today's video. I don't usually do too much comboing, but I'm gonna grab a code from Darth Vader real quick that I made. I'm gonna show you guys it. In tomorrow's video, we're gonna be doing heavy amounts of like me teaching you guys how to make characters combo each other. Where is the, here we go. This is the combo code. Like I said, you guys can pause the video, copy this code down. I put this right here in between them because I like to, what did I just do? See, if you ever get lost, you guys can look up AI start and it will take you exactly, because I typed this in. So you guys are going to want to add this because it's easy to find it again. But yeah, I typed this into AI combo string start. This basically means where the combos start, where I'm going to make him start comboing. And then, like I said, I'm going to explain what all this means in the next video. This is what we're going to pick up off. I hope you'll enjoy today's episode, man. I have a lot more content coming, how to create characters, so we out of here.